Hi, I'm Jeff, a cybersecurity engineer in the United States, active in areas such as network security, cloud security, penetration testing, and SOC operations. If you're stumbling across this channel for the first time, this is part 2 of our AI penetration testing series, where we're trying to leverage an AI tool called Shell GPT to not just think, but to also act as a malicious attacker and do a penetration test to identify vulnerabilities and weaknesses within our system that can be exploited in order to extract our data and put us in a very bad position. I would highly encourage you to watch part 1 because in part 1 we went through the installation of Shell GPT in our Kali Linux. That way you kind of can follow up with us in part 2, because in part 2 I'm just going to be going into like some prompts to demonstrate how an attacker can do a penetration test from Reconnaissance stage all the way to post-exploitation. So yeah, I highly encourage you to watch part 1 and let's jump into part 2 directly.
So we're carrying on, and like I said, I'm using VMware. You can use VirtualBox. I just honestly think VMware is just better, but that's just my opinion. But yeah, do I want to start now? Let me just use this one. Yep, for my virtual machine. Okay, let me close this so that we have more space. Woo! So yeah, by now you should have already had Shell GPT installed. Like I said, watch the previous video to see how we did that. For this part 2, we're going to go through the 5 main stages of penetration testing, which are your reconnaissance phase, your evasion stage, your vulnerability scan, your exploitation phase, and the post-exploitation phase, so that we can just see how Shell GPT can actually give us accurate results. This is what most cybersecurity engineers are using now, because that's the whole point. The whole point is increasing speed, right? Companies want more efficiency, they want more productivity. So that's what we gotta give to them. Okay, so I'm in my Kali. Started terminal. This thing is always so tiny. Okay. So it's good practice to always start your Kali by updating it first. That way it gets all the recent packages and patches available, and then you are good to go. Okay, all right, good to go. So like I said, I should already let me clear that. I want to see, I already have SGPT. Let me see if it's gonna pick it up directly. Let's see. Oh yeah, logically it wants me to. So when you log in, you have to put your API key again. So export, open AI API key, which is so it's there somewhere in my notes. It's this one. So you just go back and take the key that we generated previously on the video. That's what I said. If you didn't do the part 1, it's gonna be a little tricky. Paste it. Okay, let's see. It's thinking. All right. So you see, we already have Shell GPT installed. So hello, how can I assist you today? Okay, let's go. I'm gonna keep clearing my screen because I really want you guys to see. So SGPT is already up. So SGPT Shell or perform a full TCP port scan on 0.webappsecurity.com. Let's see what Shell GPT is gonna use. Okay, so it's trying to do the scan in stealth mode. Okay, to get the ports. This is typically how you want to start your penetration testing, by detecting the ports. Let's see. It's gonna take some time. See, it's running the scan for my phone to be post scan. So boom, she tells me port 8443 8080 on that, the domain that we entered. State they are open. These are the services running on it. And so now that I know that, let's see, let's do this. SGPT. Let's see if we want to get a little bit more information. Perform in advance web scan web app security. This is just to get more information about the routes that it's taking, just a little bit more information, you know. That way, at our Reconnaissance test, we have the maximum amount of information regarding this domain. And this is what an attacker would do initially. Like, an attacker wouldn't just come and attack you the next day. Nah, they will make sure they have the maximum amount of information. Yeah, you see, this is what I wanted to do this scan. It's not just telling us the ports, it's giving us more details. You see, on port 80, there's a server header. Okay, now we know the version that is being used. It's Apache Tomcat, Apache Coyote, Apache HTTPD. Now we have a little bit more information because we can now look at the vulnerabilities of these servers and then make an accurate attack. Microsoft server. So you see, it just gives an use the route that it's taking using port 443. You see, this is just more accurate information, which is good. Okay, let's carry on. SGPT. Oh, I actually found out that you don't have to use the shell. You can also just use and perform, but I don't know. I'm cool using the shell. Run an nmap scan for the top, let's say 50 UDP port, because you also want to know the UDP ports. UDP ports. Oh, my bad. I didn't precise. Run an nmap scan on 0 app security. Yeah, I'm doing the top 50 ports. I just don't want it to take too much time. Usually it's good practice to do the top 100 ports, but for the sake of this, I'm just doing top 50. So, boom. So now I know these are the ports that are on it. These are the services that are running on it. This is the version. I know these ports are open. Okay, starting AMAS got host is up. All 50 ports scan on 0 state. Okay, at least I know the open filter UDP port. Okay, cool. Let's do this. That's cool for our phase 1. Now let's go into some more interesting stuff. Let's do some firewall evasion on this thing. So let me clear my terminal. So let's say scan. When I say scan 0.web app security using, let's see what's a good firewall evasion. Let's say using fragmentation, using packet. Let's actually precise, using packet fragmentation. But even if you say fragmentation, it's gonna get what you mean. Using packet fragmentation, and that's 3 random decoy IP addresses to mask my origin IP. Let's see. This is gonna be good. Let's go. Okay. Let's execute that and see. Oh, that's my fault. Sorry guys. I didn't write that prompt properly. I should have said, I didn't say .com. Okay. There we go. Yeah, gotta watch out for typo. Okay, so let's see. It really is up. Okay, it's performed the scan. All seems down. It really is over blocking our ping. So it's blocking. Let's do something different. Still on firewall evasion. So perform, let me see. Perform an nmap scan on 0.web app security. Just spoofs. I want to use now spoofing, right? Just to make myself less visible. So perform an nmap scan on 0webapp.com. That spoofs the source port as HTTP to bypass while that allow DNS traffic. Okay, boom, let's go. This is the command that you run initially. This is actually a great tool. You don't need to be there like nmap -pn port this source port, and because when you're doing penetration testing, there's so many commands that flags that you have to run, and it's not easy to memorize all of them all the time. So this being able to remember the prompts and come up with different prompts for each stage is the best way to go about it. And this is what an attacker will do. This is just to tell you how easy hacking is today. So you want to use these AI tools to protect yourself efficiently. That way you're not a victim. Oh wow, 3 minutes. Okay, that is doing the job. I really want to see the results it's gonna give us using the spoofing method. Done. So it did perform the scan, and that spoofed the source port as 52 to bypass. So it did actually was able to bypass the firewalls, still giving us the results that we had before, but it actually was able to bypass the firewalls that allow DNS traffic, which is really good. Okay, let's do one more. I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna use an IP this time just to see if I'm gonna get another result. Okay, perform nmap scan. Let's say this is a common IP 192.168.1.16. Wow, let's say we're spoofing my MAC address as an Apple device. This is an IP you can use. Okay, spoof MAC Apple. Okay, let's see. Spoofing MAC address. You see, it's really changed. Host names down, but you see, it did it. Spoof MAC address, Apple, which is really good. Yeah, that's it for the firewall evasion phase. Let's jump into vulnerability scanning. So we're gonna use one of the vulnerability scannings that I love to use is the NictoScan, because it gives like more deep down information, more like ample information. So let's see. Okay, run a NictoScan on 0.webappsecurity.com, because I keep forgetting, and let's just say and use packet fragmentation, yeah, to reduce noise. Let's just say something like that. Let's see. The NictoScan should give us a little bit more information. So you see, that's what I like the NictoScan. It's giving us a little bit more information. Target IP. This is the IP. This is the host name, target port, and it's still doing the vulnerability scan. It's not done yet. Start time. It's giving us today's date. That's the version of Nicto it's gonna use. Yeah, NictoScans. You want to do NictoScans because Nicto has a wide database of vulnerabilities, and it's an actualized database. So that's why I love using the NictoScan. Okay, server is giving us that. Server banner change from protocol to that. Okay, allow HTTP methods get, head, post, push, delete. So you see, HTTP method, but it's literally telling you HTTP method patch may allow client to issue patch commands to server. Okay, this is actually gonna take a little bit of time to be done. What we can do, we can just open another terminal and carry on with our scanning at our work. SGPT. Use Nicto scan on web on 0.webappsecurity.com. Specific. That one I used for a specific type of vulnerability. Specific. I'm looking for CGI vulnerabilities using the tuning options 1 and 4. Let's see. Oh, I made a mistake there. I said Nicta. Me and typos. I should just be doing copying and paste of these things. It's just I want to really show you guys like how. Oh, because I'm on a new terminal, I need to add my API key again. Open AI API. Yeah. You can go ahead and add this key permanently into your Kali using Nano, but I'm just leaving it this way because I really want to walk you guys through the process of like getting used to adding the key and stuff like that. But this is not efficient. It's just for the purpose of this video. So okay, you see, boom, it's gone already. Started right now. NictoScan. So, this one's finished. See, it's giving us more stuff. This reveals Apache information. Comment out preparation. This is giving us more stuff. It's digging. That's the thing with the NictoScan. It might take more time, but I promise you, it gives ample information. So this one is pretty much gonna give. I'm just gonna stop this process. Yeah, let me stop this one too, but you get the point of the exercise. Yeah. Okay, let's carry on. Let's do something different. Still trying to see more vulnerabilities. Run nmap scan on port 445 of 0 webappsecurity.com to check. So this is actually a scan that I had to do recently in a real work environment, because Microsoft recently had a SMB vulnerability that they posted about. So I actually did this test on our systems to make sure that we not affected. It's no matches found. So okay, it says on this domain there's no SMB vulnerability. Yeah. Okay, so that's about it for vulnerability scan. So once an attacker has had all the information regarding the weaknesses within your system, he knows. Now we can jump right into the exploitation phase. Exploitation, we can use SQL injections, or we can use Metasploit to exploit. So let's see what Shell GPT is gonna give us. SGPT. Let's try and use SQL map. So we'll tell SGPT use SQL map to test the, because remember, this 0.web app is supposed to be a bank app. So let's see if we can infiltrate the login page. Use SQL map to test the login page of, let's give it the exact of HTTP 0.web security.com/login.html. Use SQL map to test the login page of HTTP by providing it with a sample post request and asking it to find a database name. Let's use this prompt. Let's see. This is a primary SQL injection prompt. Okay. Let's see. Go. Let's see what that should be. You see? It's trying to do the SQL injection. If no dynamic nor injectable parameters are detected, or in case of junk result, refer to user's manner. How do you want us to proceed? Yeah, let's go. You see? It's trying to perform the SQL injection. This is what this AI can do. And think about it this way. A hacker can now build his own agent that abide by its own rules, that is going to do, it is recommended to perform all the basic tests if there is not at the last one other potential technique found. Do you want to reduce the number of requests? Okay, yeah, yes. An attacker can, with their own AI agent, can literally do a SQL injection just like this. And this is so quick, and they can do this on thousands of systems all at once. No need to do an individual SQL injection, which takes more time. See, it's done. All tested parameters do not appear to be injectable. Think about it. If you had a weakness based on the vulnerability that we've identified, if there was a weakness on your website that can be injected using SQL, just think about it. This is an efficient way to break into your system. Let's try using Metasploit. Okay, SGPT. Okay, let's see. All right, resource script. This thing is on fire for MSF console to start a multi-handler listener on 0.webappsecurity.com. Let's see. The attacker does not even need to know the exact flag. See, echo, use Metasploit is giving you exactly the command. This is lit. This is lit. Oh, I was supposed to give it a port number, but anyways, let's let it do its thing. See, Metasploit. You're missing module showing starting the Metasploit framework on Metasploit system access permission denied. Okay. I didn't precise the port, but you see, you get the points. Like, it's already ready to set a handler, a listener on the app. So let me clear that. Okay, there's this prompt that I actually wanted to try. I'd saved it somewhere. Yeah, let me see if it can do this prompt. Let me see how it's gonna react to this prompt. Oops, forgot to pick it up. Oh wow. See, I told you guys you can use the /s. I don't know, I'm just cool with using the whole. You can use it like this. You don't have to write shell. That's fine. So use SQL map to dump the username and password columns from the user table on using the stretch spy flag to make the process faster. Okay, let's see. I just want to show you guys. You see, you don't have to know this whole flag and command. You can just use this. Just need to be able to know the prompt, understand what you're asking it to do, and boom, it's gonna do it. It's done. Using nmap for attacking targets without parameter consent. Okay, it's not trying to get us in trouble, right? Yeah, but you see, that's the point, guys. That's how you've gone all the way to your exploitation. Okay, let's clear. So now say we are done with our exploitation. Let's do a post-exploitation. Post-exploitation, the whole point will be an attacker will want to extract the data that they can now use maybe for ransomware or whatever. So there's this prompt that I actually just want to try. I'm tired of typing, so I'm just gonna be copying and pasting it. Okay, so now let's say we're done with our exploitation. We want to do a post-exploitation. So we want to see how Shell GPT can help us with certain commands to like clean up or do our data exfiltration, right? Because once an attacker is done with exploiting, the next thing they want to do is to extract the data that they can maybe use now as a ransomware, you know? So I'm just gonna copy and paste these prompts because yeah, almost done. I don't want to type it, but if you tell SGPT to execute this, it might take a lot of time and it's not necessarily gonna do it because this is a responsible AI. So I'm just gonna tell it to like describe what this is, you know, what the intention behind this is. So describe. This command searches the entire file system for files name config. So let's say an attacker is trying to infiltrate into a system. They've already infiltrated into a system. Now they want to extract from the web server. This is the command that they could run. You see, I'm not doing it now because I know it's not gonna work or it's gonna take like a lot of time and then it's gonna give me a result because this is a responsible AI. But I just want you to see like what an attacker could actually do with an AI agent and why you need to be versed in AI agents to do your penetration testing. That way you also have a step forward, you know? So yeah, let's see. Another prompt that you could also run still when you're in your cleanup stage is also this one. Provide a cleanup script for a Linux target that clears the bash history, wipes these access log files using cat, and removes any files created in a temporary directory using the pentest. Like I said, oh wow, I'm running out of juice. Okay, let's see if it's actually gonna help. It is permission denied. See, because we don't have the permission to do that. But the point is, an attacker can definitely use Shell GPT to do their cleanup. So yeah, I think that's about it for today's lesson. Like I said, I didn't want all of these lessons to be too long.
So that's about it for our part 2. In this part 2, the main focus was just running some prompts to showcase you how easy and efficient it is doing a penetration testing today using Shell GPT or any other AI agent. And keep in mind that we are using a responsible AI agent, but attackers won't necessarily use such agents. So they can literally identify your vulnerabilities really quick and exploit them using SQL injection or Metasploit or whatever tool is out there. They can exploit your systems fast. So it is in your advantage to leverage these AI tools to be more productive and efficient, because that's what companies need currently. We need to be more efficient in the way we carry out our cybersecurity practices. In our next video, we're going to be going through web application penetration testing. So pick up your laptop and see you at the next video.